Hey guys, so my husband is downstairs and the kids are having some playtime with daddy, and so I figured this was a good time to sit down and film a video that I've been kind of thinking about filming for a while. I'm actually getting ready to crawl in bed. I've already taken off my decorative pillows and stuff, so I'm getting ready to get ready for bed, crawl in bed and read, and my husband's gonna get the kids in bed and everything tonight. So I kind of wanted to film a video, and I've been thinking about this for a while, and I kind of mentioned it in one of my vlog-a-days. I want to start kind of filming some videos to kind of involve our reading for the month. My straw is in the way. Our reading for the month, or like what we're loving, our choices for the month that we're going to be reading, or whatever, things like that. We purchase books a lot, we own a lot of books, and we go to the library quite frequently as well. So we kind of have books going on a lot in the house. More so for my kids. I usually have a few things here and there that I'll be reading, and then sometimes I'll get away from that and then I go back to it. But anyways, I wanted to share with you some of the things that we're going to be reading this month, and kind of talk to you guys about that and show you what our picks are. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. So I have two boys, age 4 and age 7. One is in 2nd grade, and then one is not in full-time school yet. Here he misses the cutoff, so he won't even start kindergarten next school year. He will be doing preschool, and we are homeschooling next year. So we will be doing pre-K at home with him, just because I feel like I want to make sure he has a good foundation before putting him in kindergarten. And if he was in public school, he wouldn't be going to kindergarten yet next year anyway. So we're going to start with pre-K at home, because we've just given him little bits and pieces of preschool. He hasn't had like 5 days a week school, like super structured curriculum type school. So anyways, yes, so I have two boys, myself and my husband. We all do enjoy reading. I really like more like self-help, devotionals, books, things like that. I like a good fiction novel once in a while. Both of my kids, my younger son likes picture books, and he likes books to be read to him. And then my older son is getting into, he's at level 1, level 2 reading. His reading isn't his strongest like sort of subject, but he does well. So we're just trying to strengthen that. And we also read to him as well. And we've started getting into reading and listening to chapter books with him, and having him sort of follow along where he can. So that's something we've been doing. But let me get into stuff. I'll show you the stuff that I'm going to be reading this month, and it'll take me longer than 1 month to read this stuff. So I'll probably get through 1 or 2 of these, and I'll have to extend the checkout on 1 or 2 of them. So I picked up a couple things, and some of these kind of go along with my New Year's resolution, which is to speak with more grace and with my kids, and to be a little bit more I don't want to say like quieter, but you know what I mean. Not as, I kind of be a little bit harsh sometimes when I start to get stressed out, or you know, when the kids aren't listening to me, I let it get to me, and I am quick to get kind of upset. So one of my New Year's resolutions, and if you follow me on Instagram, I posted about this recently. One of my New Year's resolutions is to just speak with grace, and to like be slow to speak, quick to listen, slow to anger, kind of that whole thing. So I have a few books here that kind of go along with that, so I'll show you this. That way you know where my head's at when you see the book. So the first one I found was this book by Laura Markham, and it is The Peaceful Parent, Happy Kids, How to Stop Yelling and Start Connecting. Now, we don't necessarily yell all the time, but there are times, there are stressful situations where my husband and I both will be quick to just be very loud when we speak to them. A lot of times it'll be like when we're in a situation where we're with a lot of people that don't have kids, or maybe don't have as much of a patience. They don't have as much patience for kids. We let it kind of get to us, and we let it affect our patience with them. And so something that I want to practice doing is like just being strong in our parenting, and being like, you know, a little bit more calm, and speak to them and listen to them versus just yelling at them, if you know what I'm saying. So I got this, How to Stop Yelling and Start Connecting. So I figured there might be some tips and tricks in this book on how to just calmly approach a situation. So I like that. And then I picked up this Real Life, A Christianity Worth Living Out book. It's just kind of like something that I saw and I grabbed, and I was like, oh, let's see what this is. And then this one was kind of one that I picked up because I thought it might be kind of funny. It's called Because I'm the Mother, That's Why. I'm sorry for the glare, guys. And it is by, Stephanie Pearson. It says Mostly True Confessions of Modern Motherhood. So I thought this might kind of bring humor and make light of the, the whole situation of being a mom. And so I got this kind of to see if it would give me a little laugh. It just looks kind of like a comical little approach to talking about motherhood, and I thought it might be fun and make kind of, things that you could get stressed out about, kind of make it seem a little bit more lighthearted and a little bit funny when you look back on them. So I grabbed that. And then I grabbed this because somebody at our church had mentioned it, and she had said that she uses it like a Bible for parenting. And so I was like, okay, well, we'll give it a try. And it says expert advice for all your parenting needs. And she had told me that she loves this because sometimes when a conflict arises between her children and either amongst them or between the children and herself or her husband, she was like, sometimes I turn to this and it kind of just speaks sense into me and makes me realize there are ways to handle this and here's how we're going to approach it. So I really liked this, and she had also told me that there were a couple things in here that they have implemented in their home that have really helped a lot with not behavior, but like just little things like getting the kids to pick things up, getting the kids to follow a routine and stuff like that. So I kind of picked this one up to peruse through it. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm really most excited about the Because I'm a Mother, That's Why, and the Peaceful Parent, Happy Kids. I will say that last month I finished the little devotional book for couples. It was great. My husband and I worked through that one. And then I also read the 5 Love Languages. Great book. Wonderful book. I kind of hopped on the bandwagon, or not really the bandwagon, but I kind of hopped on that one a little bit late. I know that that was a really popular book a couple years ago. But I picked it up just to see what it was all about because I'd never looked at it, and it is wonderful. And it's great to read no matter what kind of marriage you're in. If you're in a wonderful marriage and things are going great, you don't feel like you need any advice, that's fine. I picked it up and there was no reasoning behind it. I literally was just like, I want to read what this is about. But it's really, really great. I mean, anybody can benefit from it, anyone. It's a really good book. So read those 2 last month, really enjoyed them. I also read, I started a fiction novel that I didn't like. And then I read The Longest Ride, which is a Nicholas Sparks novel. It was very good. So those are for me. And so now I'll get into the kids. So my husband and little Larry have been reading through Harry Potter. They've been listening to it on audiobook as well. So they are still reading through it. They're like about a quarter, maybe not even of the way through. So it's going to take them a while, but they love this book. Now, I will say this version of the book, wonderful. However, if you want to spend the money and will, use it, there is a version of the first Harry Potter book that has pictures in it. And we saw it in Target after we started reading this, and I was just like, oh, I wish we had got that book. I wish we had seen that before we started. It's the same story, the same text and everything, but it is a much bigger book, and it has awesome color pictures in it that are just wonderful if you have a little one that is following along and kind of starting to read, and it's good to keep their interest. So we've actually talked about maybe still getting that book. It is like $31 and some change at Target, so I'll have to look on Amazon and see if there's a difference in price there, but it was really cool. I don't know if they have them for all the books of all the Harry Potter books, but they definitely had it for the Sorcerer's Stone, and it was really cool. Okay, then we have a couple books here. So I really love, all of these ones are from the library. I love when we can get books that are the I Can Read books, or the Ready to Read. What's the other one? Or Step Into Reading books are wonderful, because I can go in and look for the level 1 and know my 7-year-old can read through the book on his own. He is capable of reading every word in a level 1 reading book. And so I like that, because I can hand him a book, he can sit at the table, and I can say, read me the book, and he'll read through it. I know that when I want to look for something that's a little bit more challenging, or I want some books that he's going to have to sort of ask for a little help on, or the books that are going to challenge him, I know that I could go for a 2, one that has a level 2 on it. So I really, really, really like that. Anyways, so we got a couple books. I got 5, so that 1 for every day of the week this week. We usually make him read a book, 1 book a day during the week. And this week he doesn't go back to school until Wednesday, so we might keep it low-key until Wednesday and not make him do a ton of reading. But anyways, so I got this Olivia and the Snow Day. I thought that would be a good one. Both of my kids love Olivia. I got this I Can Read Fancy Nancy Pajama Day. Amelia Bedelia books are also really, really good as well. I don't have any today, but we have read those quite a bit. I got the Eloise at the Wedding. He likes the Eloise books as well. I got the Splat the Cat Sings Flat, and Robot Gobot. He actually picked this one out. So I really, really like this. Now, the step 1, it'll say on the back of some of them, is preschool to kindergarten. Now, that does not carry through all the way across the board. For example, this one is a level 1, and it's on the back says simple sentences for eager new readers, and level 2 is high interest stories for developing readers. I tend to get level 1 across the board, even though, like, for example, this one says preschool. Okay, first of all, preschool is insane, because my preschool age is like 3 or 4, right? My 3-year-old, when my son was 3, there's no way he would have been reading that. So it's hard to go, sometimes it's hard to like tell where your kid might be looking at the back of the book. Just when you go to the library, or when you're going to pick out a book, look through it and look and see, like, you know, can my son read this? So this one is going to be a very easy one. This is one he could read in a breeze. My older son, no problem. It says preschool to kindergarten. I would call this a kindergarten book, solid kindergarten book, but that's just me and how I judge things. Now, this one, Eloise at the Wedding, is a level 1, and you can see there is a big difference. So there's that. And then I'll show you this. My younger son picked this out. I told you my younger son is more interested in looking at pictures than he is at reading, because he is only 4. And he's not really reading yet. So he got this Hulk book that's got fun pictures, and he'll go through and point things out and tell me, you know, who is who in here, and that's fine. And sometimes he'll ask me to read about certain people or whatever, and that's fine with me. So these are our book choices. For me, these are my books for the month. Harry Potter will be read throughout the month, but these level 1 books will probably be about a week and a half, and we'll be done with these, and we'll be moving on to some other books for my older son. But in fact, I may go in and get like 4 level 1s and 2 level 2 books for the end of the month. But this is kind of the style of book that I buy for my son to read, my older son, my 1st grader. These are what I get for him to read on his own without help. I go for the level 1s. I want him to read through these and feel confident, and then I find that whenever we go through a bunch of level 1s and I sneak in a level 2, he has enough confidence to go through and read the book. So these are kind of the style of the books that I get for him to read on his own. We are getting into chapter books to read to him, and yeah, that's our reading for the month. Let me go ahead and know if you guys like these kind of videos, or if you'd like me to do anything different, because I'd be happy to. Like I said, we go to the library about twice a month, So, you know, this will add a couple more books into this eventually, but we really try to make sure that we're doing a lot of reading around the house just so that the kids know, have like a positive view of reading. As I know, you know, whenever I was growing up, you are forced to read so many books when you're in public school, at least for me anyway. And I remember just like loathing the idea of reading books. And so we really want to create like a positive image and a positive like a view of reading books and make it really fun for them and get them into reading very young so that it's kind of something they always do. So yes, so that's that. I hope you guys had a great holiday season, and hopefully your new year is starting off great. If you guys are starting some books, or you guys have some recommendations for like really early reader, like not even reading anything yet, things that I can read to my youngest son, let me know. And if you have some recommendations for a at-level reader, like an at first grade level reader, or like a very beginning second grade reader, if you have books that you suggest for that age, let me know, because I always love hearing about ideas for books for my kids. Because like I said, my 7-year-old, I don't want to say that he struggles with reading, but it's not his strong subject, and he gets very frustrated and gives up very easily. So I really try to focus on building his confidence in reading and having him read a lot of books at his level, as many as I can, and then kind of throwing in a few that are a little bit above his level here and there to kind of challenge him a little bit. So that is it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.